I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I whipped the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? From the 10. Dangerous return man showing it here.
Tavon Austin on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Here's Allen to throw it. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Alex Anzalone on the tackle.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
They run with Logan. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 34. Allen's throw is complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On 1st down, it's Logan. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
First and goal at the 1.
56. Check three. Alert three.
They get this out left, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tavon Austin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Good. Makes the score Bengals 7, Dolphins nothing. Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Kareem Hunt, the ball
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. His throw incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. It's the ex-Dolphin, Minka Fitzpatrick. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Allen. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Devin White In there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Brought down back at the
Great
24-yard
job
line.
defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Julio Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Mason Crosby set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down.
The 42-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The score, Bengals 14, Dolphins nothing.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Tua. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off around the 41, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
2nd down pass.
How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
They'll run on 1st down. Logan. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
The ball carrier.
The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
I'll give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Throwing now is Allen. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 28 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike. Got you. I got you, son. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill, kill. Kill.
They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Sony Michel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe. Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe for a minute. Let me breathe.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to...
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. It's the ex-Dolphin, Mika Fitzpatrick. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They begin with Michel on the ground. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 34. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Check, check, check. Hey, hold. 56, 56.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
It's our time. Mike 56. Mike 56.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think, a guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Tua going to throw. Finds his tight end, Ingram. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Complete to
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
9 yards. And the Dolphin first down.
Mike. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multi.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the ex-Dolphin, Minka Fitzpatrick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. From the gun, it's Allen. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
Bengals.
Operating from the gun, Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Credit the sack there to Chandler Jones.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. On 2nd down, Tua. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Brad McDougal. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, Allen. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. 3rd down here.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you have 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. You got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of the half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them.
And my goodness, another interception. It's the ex-Dolphin, Mika Fitzpatrick.
Mika Fitzpatrick. The 1st down pass. Intercepted. They'll take over 1st down and goal at the 8-yard line.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. A final shot before half for Allen. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Mason Crosby set to kick off.
The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
1st down, Miami.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They run with Hunt. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Complete to.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
1 yard line.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Now 2 are going to try and sneak it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Hunt going to run for it. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16.
Dolphins 8. Matt Gay.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
36.
Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. Cincinnati score. T.J. Logan, 85 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done. It's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. At the 23 and 2nd and 12. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Hunt. And the ball is knocked out, and the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
The Dolphins Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. And Ingram holds it in. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
1st down, Miami.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. That's thrown to Smith-Schuster out wide. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Schuster. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. His throw caught at about the 5. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Bengals grab it past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go larga.
Julio Jones all alone. 30, past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Julio Jones, 91 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Dolphins' 23-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. This is Logan. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, then you got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Julio Jones. His third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. Now Crosby for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Joker. 17.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Complete to Kyle.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
First down, Dolphins.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. A safety with a sack there, LaMarcus Joyner.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down.
On the play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And that will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Credit the sack to Von Miller. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Like 50. 56. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
And they take a knee.
today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can